All right, guys, so as you can see by the thumbnail, I am at the National World War II Museum. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm at the National World War II Museum in New Orleans, Louisiana. So today's gonna be a good day. We're gonna walk around, take some pictures, some videos. I'm gonna bring you guys along. We're gonna have a good time. Also, across the street, there's a Civil War museum. It's just a lot to experience in New Orleans, so all I can say is hit the like button, tag along, and let's go. All right, so for starters, it is $35, and this is what you get. I got the general admission. I didn't want to see the 4D movie or the 3D movie, so this is my admission, and this is what we're gonna do first. So far, I went through just the first exhibit area for this museum. There are several exhibit areas, right? And from what I'm gathering so far, it's a lot of information just in the first one. It's a lot of information. If you like history, I recommend this place. They frame a lot of this from the New Orleans perspective. So they'll talk about, they'll show articles from New Orleans specials, just seeing the experience, like, Nazi surrenders, this happened, that happened, soldiers, these updates. They also give you like a little dog tag to scan and then follow a soldier through and through. I scan my dog tag, and my soldier that I'm following, his name's like Louis Trax. He's a native from New Orleans, and pretty much with the information here, I can like check up on information about World War II at home. So this is just one of the several exhibits. I paid for the general admission pass, so I'm gonna walk through some more. It's kind of weird to film in there because it's like dark and it's a lot of people. So I'll see how good the iPhone camera can do. If it's not that good, I won't add it. If it's good enough to show, I'll show it. So that being said, man, let's go. Okay, so the first exhibit starts here, and then it travels across the street to several exhibits that wraps around. And they have like a little bridge that's enclosed to walk across the street. So I'm gonna try to record a little bit more on this one. So all right, so this is the third exhibit. The last one was like the U.S. Merchant, and that was more of a Navy type of thing. And the soldier that I was assigned to for my dog tag, that was more of his stuff. The third one is the road to Tokyo. I'm assuming this has more to do with the battles in the Pacific and in the Asian continent. So much more Air Force type of stuff, Navy stuff. So we'll walk around. The Battle of Midway. I don't want to butcher this and get this completely wrong, but this was a huge turning point for World War II conflict between America and Japan. I think we basically deciphered some of their encrypted codes, and we met them somewhere and had the battle near Midway Island. And yeah, this is basically just a turning point. You got to look up the history yourself. don't trust a random guy on YouTube, but this was a very important battle for the American army. Let's see if we have real names. Nelson Maxwell. So this is the Liberation exhibit, speaking about the lives that were lost, the tolls that were taken. Showed a few homes, showing concentration camps being liberated, with the concentration camp occupants look like, what they went through, surviving cruel conditions, sheer number, overwhelmed, relief, effects. That's nice. They have a little movie to play too. I haven't really watched any of the movies here. Didn't have the time for it. But this museum, I honestly would have to say, you got to give it a few hours if you're going to really walk around and pay its true dues, respect. And I'm not trying to say that they're trying to say this, but I think they're trying to show what type of beds the Holocaust survivors slept on. Very tough. A grown man, the conditions that they lived in, yeah, they slept on wood beds. This is brutal. Inhumane at the highest level, to say the least. Interfaith Chapel. This is actually very beautiful. It's like a little chapel area. I'm assuming you can come here and pray, show respect for the soldiers who lost their life. All right, so as you guys saw, I was talking in the chapel, and after reading it, that's a place of silence to just think about the consequences of war and violence. But nevertheless, that was a very beautiful scenery in that chapel. There's also food here, bookstores here. I am going to go to the Boeing Center. I didn't go there. I was gonna cap the video off. I'm gonna go to the Boeing Center, so I'm gonna check that out and see what that's hitting for. Hit the like button, guys. Listen, all of the love, the support is greatly appreciated. Yeah, is this life that we're living? So let's go. As you enter the Boeing Center, we have several planes, and what I was told, these planes are actual real planes that served. Honestly, it don't look real. You know, being a civilian, being near these massive tools for war, they just don't feel real. They just don't feel real. That is beautiful though. Imagine this thing flying over you. U.S. Army. Almost fell looking up. This is really beautiful. I like the open concept for you just to stare up and marvel at the beauty that we engineered. All right, guys, moment of honesty. I was finna head out. Before going to this final exhibit, this exhibit seems to talk a little bit about the right to fight, about, you know, black and brown soldiers serving, the journeys that they went through, what did equality look like for them. So Executive Order 9981 was signed into law. Each branch of service implemented the order on its own timeline. The Air Force quickly led integration efforts, fully desegregating its units by the Korean War. Now, my grandfather fought in the Korean War, but he was Army. The Navy, Marine Corps, Coast Guards was slower to progress. Wow, my grandfather actually fought in the Korean War, guys. This is hitting very deep, hitting very deep. All right, so I'm nerding out a little bit. I talked to some of the employees and I was telling them, like, yeah, this is a very nice museum, good bang for your buck. There's a lot of exhibits. And he was like, yeah, believe it or not, one of those planes was actually bought off eBay. And we're laughing. And I'm like, yeah, I believe it. I think he said like the B-47 or something. So the craziest stuff you can get off of eBay, you know? Okay, African American service members processed the treatment in several notable cases at Port Chicago. An explosion killed and wounded over 700 people, most African American soldiers and laborers. Wow. Comments down below. Comments down below. Right? Comments down below, man. Could you serve? Are you going to serve? Do you want your kids to serve? Hey, comment down below. Let's figure this out. Where are we standing at today, guys? I'm honestly like a little kid in a candy shop. Like, this is beyond fun to me. Going to these museums, learning about our American history, and honestly, I'm probably one of the more younger people here, but I don't know, it's just, I find peace in coming to places like this, learning, educating myself. History is beautiful. When I was younger, I thought it was boring, but today, I realize it's very needed to know where you come from and what, you know, what we overcame, so you can better know the direction you're going, if that makes sense. So this exhibit, I really walked through it a little bit more with the camera. It's a lot brighter. It's not as dark as the other ones. Olivia Hooker was a trailblazing African-American psychologist and educator before World War II. She survived the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre, a pivotal event in her life. In 1937, she earned a bachelor's degree from Ohio State University. Her resilience and her dedication to educate set the stage for her later achievements, including becoming one of the first African-American women to join the U.S. Coast Guard and advocating for civil rights throughout her life. OMG. I don't know what made me just look at hers and read hers out loud, but that is really beautiful. Her being one of the first members of the U.S. Coast Guard, and as you also could recall from what I read earlier, the Coast Guard was a little bit slower to implement the desegregation compared to the United States Air Force. So, whoa, this guy was the first black officer in the Army Air Corps, 1941. Wow. This was him younger? Wow. Trailblazing. The word trailblazing is this little definition right there. You're setting a trail for the future generations to come. That is crazy. Crazy history going on here, guys. Now, these guys probably had a brotherhood that we will probably never understand. These guys lived and served together. It's honorable. Very honorable. Fighting for the right to fight African-American experiences in World War II. Okay, so just like that, in and out. Very great experience. 11 out of 10, highly recommend this World War II National Museum. Across the street is a Civil Rights Museum. I might check that out too. I don't know, I may record that one too. Yeah, so I'm just gonna be great. Also, I kind of wanted to go to the aquarium today. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I got a lot of days because today is only Friday, so maybe do that tomorrow. I'll do that tomorrow. Aquarium tomorrow. I don't gotta cram everything into one day. So all of that being said, guys, make sure you hit the like button, comment something down below, and keep being positive till next time. Peace.